Ezekiel 4:13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread amongst their Gentiles, whither I will drive them. Shalom, double honors to the apostles of GMS, honest true brothers will be pushing this truth in sincerity. This is literally going to be a quick video based off, and I literally went in.
Kristen, how do you know if you need supplements? How do you know if you have a deficiency or you're depleted in something?
Alright, I literally watched this video of the brother from DTA Wisdom, Wisdom Health Herbs. Alright, he does some pretty good videos, alright, going in on the herbs and so on and so forth, and different deficiencies, of which that's a good video. I've seen that one myself, and I went into it for literally for the first 30 seconds and that, and the first thing that they talk about is magnesium deficiencies, all right, of which this is going to be, of some importance once you see the deficiencies. And some brothers are, they're always asking, well, how do I get rid of the fatigue, or I feel tired? And you got the other guys out there in the other camps that don't want to go out in the winter. When they go out in the summer, they go out for an hour and that's it. They don't upload videos. Because why? Because they're lazy, man. Because they got that they got that magnesium deficiency. So here is the healing. Here is the solution, right? Him that hath an ear is gonna take it. He's gonna take heed to the information contained within these videos, all through the power how by Shimmy how Shai, lest any man should boast. All right, but here is the healing. All right, so you got some deficiencies, and you're gonna see some of the deficiencies in magnesium. Some of the magnesium deficiencies that you're gonna see here. All right, are pretty much rudimentary problems that people always say. All right, so it's magnesium rich foods are essential for cellular health and over 300 biochemical functions in the body. Unfortunately, around 80% of Americans may have a magnesium deficiency, and that goes to show you the devil is in power, man. Because you're gonna see the pretty much you're gonna see the what did you call it, the results of that deficiency. All right, and they're saying pretty much 80% of the people have the problems that are associated with this deficiency. That's what they're saying. That goes to show you the devil's in power, man. All right, if you already didn't know. All right, says, and the majority don't even know it. So they hitting that Prozac. I believe Prozac is what they use for their depression and so on and so forth. All right, they're hitting popping all kind of pills. All right, trying to fix their mental up. All right, and they're eating the junk. So even if the food, like the scripture says, the food is defiled amongst the Gentiles, even the food, if it is defiled, they're not even eating the food that's of health to them. All right, so it says a study published in BMC Bioinformatics found that the body has 3,751 magnesium binding sites. It says this indicates that magnesium benefits are far greater than previously imagined. All right, because your body requires and uses magnesium for so many different functions. For instance, if you're water deficient, water is 2 molecules. All right, the oxygen. All right, 2 parts oxygen and 1 part hydrogen. All right, is that correct? I think so. All right, it's a very simple molecule, but it's used for so many functions. All right, and pretty much what they're showing you here is this magnesium is almost used. It's like how the body uses it. Your water. You need water to do everything. Every cellular function within your body requires water. And what they're showing you here is most cellular functions within your body requires a magnesium. Now it would have been better if they gave us a percentage, right? Of which, if they're saying 3,751, right, functions pretty much are dependent on magnesium, then you kind of have to take heed to what they're saying. It says this go straight to next I was about to say verse there. The next sentence, it says, because your body requires and uses magnesium for so many different functions, you could quickly become low in magnesium, especially if you're not consuming enough high magnesium foods. It says some of the major functions that requires magnesium: protein synthesis, all right, protein synthesis. So growth development. Not only got guys up that train and so on and so forth, all right, but also remember, protein synthesis doesn't just mean getting bigger, right? Protein synthesis, the very nature of training, right, and quote unquote getting bigger, is by way of tissue damage. Now everybody goes through tissue damage every day, all right. It's called aging, all right. So to reverse the effects of aging and so on and so forth, not necessarily reverse, but pretty much to stop. In other words, have a more efficient, right, protein synthesis happening in the body. Guess what? You're gonna get your magnesium up. And we're gonna discuss some of the foods that are gonna be presented. And guess what? So easily attainable, right? Which do they say? Hey, the almond seeds, man. The spinach. The elders have been telling you about that. All right. Of which, hey, I'm not gonna come out here like I'm having enough of the shit. All right. Really, I don't have enough. But that's something I gotta work on in the spirit of doing this video and this information coming out, and us as a body within your house I will function better. All right. It says some of the major functions, right? Protein synthesis. So, like I was saying, tissue damage and so on and so forth. That's dependent on magnesium content within your body. All right, nerve functions. All right, the ability for your brain to send signals to your body and so on and so forth. Which is that's really nerve function. Really, that's like how your brain works, man. So you're low on this, your brain isn't even gonna be working right, man. All right, and they're saying 80% of the people have got the deficiency. They're saying 80% of the people have got nerve deficiencies. That's what they're kind of saying in a roundabout way. All right, it says heart attack. All right, you got people dropping dead over a heart attack, right? Because they didn't eat enough peanuts. They didn't eat enough spinach. But you've been told all your life to eat all of this stuff, and it's good for you. All right, you wanted to go eat the Mikey D's, right? The KFCs and so on and so forth, man. The biscuits. All right, empty calories. All right, of which I'm not saying I don't eat that stuff. The point I'm making is that's what you really want to be getting into. All right. So some of the carry on to the next one. It says neurotransmitter release, of which from that statement probably means I'm not it probably means I ain't no biologist, but the transmission between two cells, right? Is could be talking about that. I ain't no biologist. I'm not gonna know all of that. All right. It says blood pressure regulation. All right. Energy metabolism. That's an important one. That's the one I was gonna focus in on. Really, I could have focused it on any one of those. And it says production of antioxidant glutathione, I believe. All right. It says, now, are you getting enough magnesium-rich foods? It says magnesium deficiency is dramatically underdiagnosed. All right, because it doesn't show up on a blood test. Only 1% of the magnesium in your body is stored in your blood. So when you do a test, it doesn't show up. Why? Because it's being absorbed, like it's going to say, it's going to be absorbed in the bones. All right, it says the majority of it is stored in your bones. It said some of the main health challenges that have been linked to magnesium deficiency are hormone imbalances, right? Post-menstrual stress, and some of you, look, hey, I'm a victim to it too. All right, some of you niggas be acting out, man. All right, you don't know how to function properly. All right, I'm not saying I'm exempt from that. Right, the scripture just done told you that the devil's gonna, pretty much that our food is gonna be defiled amongst the Gentiles. So we're all really technically a victim to it, but that's why you gotta pray, man. All right, that's why the scripture says, they shall eat poison and live. Well, you ain't gonna live. Most ain't gonna make you live with all kind of hormone imbalances. But we're eating the poison, therefore, hey, the Most High will have it to where certain things is gonna work out. All right, and you ain't really gonna be in a situation where you're gonna be compromised because of the food that we're eating is defiled, man. That's why he says you're gonna eat poison and you're gonna live, man. All right, we're gonna do this work. right? But like I've been saying, a lot, some dudes, especially the dudes like Blue and these guys got most, hey, poor light. But he's supposed to be in the herbs and so on and so forth. Going to show you, you could be in the herbs all you like, right? But like the scripture says, the main thing is prayer. You can get a cat, right, that's in this thing, really sincere about this thing, but he's never really, his spirit ain't about the herbs and so on and so forth. His thing is just getting into the word, and he might have 10 minutes to get hook up a meal here and there, but his thing is getting into the word. Guess what? That guy is going to be of a more right spirit than the guy that's into the herbs. Case in point, Sister Polite, right? Because he's almost as all over the place, man. But we know he's into the herbs, man. All right. It says fibro I don't know what that one is. Right, heart attacks, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, right, constipation, tension and migraine headaches, anxiety and depression and chronic fatigue. Right, that's a lot of things, man. Right. Let me read that list on down again. Osteoporosis, or the breaking down of your bones at the joints, I believe. All right, constipation, so you're going, to flush out, and it ain't passing through. Tension, right? So you're always tense, right? Don't know how to behave, all right? Migraines, you always complaining about your headaches and so on and so forth. Anxiety, all right? You're always anxious about certain things. Which, look, I'm not saying I'm exempt from this, right? But it's an exhortation to maybe look into what this article is saying, and maybe look into your own diet, and certainly myself as well, all right? So you can cure something in certain of these things, and you're gonna see the cure is really actually simple things. And depression, you got depressed guys. Like, look, man, you're gonna get into situations that are depressing. Don't get me wrong, but like the elder said, man, I believe it was Elder Raka, right, in the video many moons ago, man. Really, you're supposed to be curving that ball. You get into a situation, you get into a jam. All right, one day you spend on it, and then really you're supposed to be getting back on the up the next day, man. All right. There shouldn't be anything that's happening in your life that takes hour, a day, maybe 2 days. Hey, some things take maybe a week to get over, but I wouldn't even say a week, man, because that's like the spirit of being in the world, man. All right. That's like being in the spirit of the world. If you hate the world and love this truth, then I don't see any situation that's gonna take, a couple of days to get over, man. So it says here depression, man. All right, of which, hey, but you get my drift, man. The society has got a downwardness to it. But what I mean is, we hope, and our hope and our joy is in that the Lord's gonna come back and destroy this society, and all our needs and desires, all the madness and craziness that we go through in our day-to-day life, that's gonna be put to a stop. All right. It says how to increase in magnesium intake. All right. It says if you think you might be low in magnesium, your best way to address the issue is to start consuming foods that are high in magnesium, buying foods from local farmer markets, all right, of which the food you get from your main places like Tesco's, and if you're in America, Walmart's, and so on and so forth. That's not really the highest quality, and really they're charging you an arm and a leg. It's more expensive to go to them than it is to go to the markets. I've seen that for myself. All right. Now there's exemptions in certain of those, but I certainly seen that with my local so-called mart. All right. I go in there, and it's you get 5 apples for £2. All right. And you go to the market, you can get pretty much the same apple, if not a better quality, for less of the price. Oh, the garlic! I know the garlic from the market was a hell of a lot more potent than what I was getting in the mart, man. All right, it says typically foods which are highest in magnesium are greeny vegetables, right, which are packed full of chlorophyll. Now, how has it been saying chlorophyll is important, man. It says chlorophyll is known as the lifeblood of a plant and has the ability to absorb the sun's light into energy. So one of the major differences between human blood and chlorophyll is that human blood has iron at the center of the cell, but the plant has magnesium at the center of the cell. All right. So with that, really, you know how to fix the issue, man. Right. The center of the cellular structure of a plant is magnesium, right, and vice versa. On the contrary side, on the human side of things, it's iron. All right, it says 10 magnesium-rich foods: spinach, all right, chard, pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds is a good one. All right, yogurt, almonds is a good one. Black beans are good. Avocados have been good. All right, figs are good. Hey, you can get some. Hey, you ain't gotta go and get that chocolate that the regular people be eating, and it's got the fillers and all of that, man. You really, if you go into and it will cost you a little bit more, but it's gonna be better for you. And hell, I'll tell you this: when you start tasting it and eating it, it ain't gonna be the nicest thing to start off with, but it's a better alternative, and they're showing you here it's actually good for you. All right, that dark chocolate. All right, it's a bit more expensive. All right, it's less fancy. All right, the packaging is a bit more classy, so you might feel uncomfortable buying that. All right, but guess what? They're showing you here it's good for you. It's not just good for that. It's also the higher cocoa powder chocolates, man. They got all kind of benefits to it, man. And that's another video of its own, man. All right, and it says bananas, of which bananas have been good, man. Hey, bananas is so cheap. All right, hey, you could literally eat 5, 6. Well, you don't want to have too much potassium in you because that causes an imbalance. But yeah, 5 of them every single day, and you wouldn't. The cost difference would be insignificant to you. Like a banana is like 20 pence, man. But they got bananas good for energy, right? They make you smile because they allow your body to release that serotonin. Bananas are good, man, right? And they're easily accessible, right? Cheap, all right, and they're showing you here it's also good for the magnesium, which you done seen here. Anxiety, depression, type 2. Come on, man, and you can fix that with a banana that costs you 20 pence. All right, and they're showing you the different foods there: the spinach, all right, the chard, the pumpkin seeds. The pumpkin seeds is good. The yogurt, kefir, all right. The almond seeds is good. Black beans. You can put black beans in rice, man. Make rice and peas, man. All right, and you can have that every single day. All right, and that goes and it's got you got avocados. Hey, I can't tell you about there's loads. There's so much there's so much in there in the avocados, man. That's a video of its own. And you got the bananas, and that's a video of its own. So you're seeing the information, and that's the kind of dark chocolate I was talking about. It's not as fancy. It hasn't got the fillers. It doesn't look as appealing as the chocolate Jake likes to buy in them shops. But guess what? It's better for you, man. And it tastes alright too, man. You get used to it. Alright, so pretty much with that, you can see the information for yourself. You can find out the information for yourself. Alright. And I got the inspiration from this brother. He uploaded it. I haven't even finished the video, to be honest. But he uploaded it. And when I went to the benefits, right, or rather more the this benefits, you get the result you have as a result of not having much. And you got depression, and I get people asking me, "Oh, how do you keep high energy levels?" And it's like, well, I eat a lot of bananas, and I eat a lot of greens. It's actually not that hard of a. It's not really that big of a deal. All right. So pretty much with that, I'm gonna say double honors to the apostles of GMS, honestly brothers that be pushing this truth and sincerity. All right. Stay up. All right. Stay humble, and keep kicking this word. Shalom.